Phased of each new arrival.
All right. Welcome back. Maybe this will be the final stretch.
Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So,
Soon enough.
if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
So, optionally review preparations at the ridge and the spire, do defensive sites, and then rest for the final battle.
The army's near the city.
Hey, there, we just got another journal entry unlocked. These are big, or at least they're important. Big deal, if not that lengthy. Sobek's journals are damaged. Journals from Project Zero Dawn. Project lead herself. But our focus is working to decrypt them, unscramble them, repair them. And our second log, which is not quite a year after the first log. Alright, it's coming up. It'll be more than 10 minutes away, but less than half an hour, I think. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. It was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. The truth is, I missed her. Developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? Just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no failsafes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow. It's looping, and it's long, alright? I'm loopy, it's long. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to Zero Dawn. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time.
victory.
Okay. What are we closer to? Or we'll rest for the final battle. We need to get... Ooh, one's way out there. Okay. The ridge. The spire. Right. Oh, first we gotta get down and out. Take the elevator. Long as this stream is, I think it's a better way to finish this than chopping off the end of the game and doing it another day.
Children and the infirm. Get them to safety.
Hey, another journal popped. I love it. I don't get it. The ones we already have are not decrypting, its new ones are showing up. Hey, whatever works. No, it's got to be one of the old ones, because we just read 65, July 65. So which other one is available now? One just popped. I am confused. Anybody see what it said? Damaged, damaged, damaged. We read that one and that one, just. So. 7/16/65. Did something else show up on 7/16/65? Or is it still popping? I hit it too quick. That's okay. Never mind.
The enemy's coming. Soon.
Weird though, right? It either popped twice or maybe I opened it so quickly that the indication was still trying to display when we were done reading it. I am getting us lost and ready. We need to come over. The elevator's over here.
Rally, Karja. Do not let Meridian fall without a fight.
Let's have a chat. No,
Where are they coming?
a colorful
West?
discussion.
The jewel?
Oh, okay, wait, now I do recognize what part we're in now. Good, the elevators are over here.
The battle starting?
We have sets of things to turn in now, not that we need the reward boxes and all that. Give you the...
Back from the wilds. Find any Banuk
Oh,
relic?
we don't have the Banuk sets.
Come on back if you find. I'd like to discuss a trade with you, Outlander.
I'm sorry, I was getting out of line. We've got bigger things to deal with.
That's how you know you've got a good day's work.
Elevator shaft open. Why does that keep happening? Safety hazard. Call OSHA.
Prince Edaman was lucky you were there to save him.
Little Itaman, yes. Close. Well, I have another one, or I could just put it on a cable. Let me grab a cord. This is where one of these locations, I think there were the Nora that were mentioned. Didn't ask for an audience, but is that?
At least she did it to
Have
honor
you
the
just
men of her house.
polished that armor, was it?
Some
Hey,
Oseram
look who it
coral
is.
applied to the city guard the
Isn't
other
that a
day.
little...
Amazing.
What? Aloy,
Teb!
I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nor at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
An Oseram tries to kill the Sun King, and a Nora saves his life. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Journal. 10/31/65. Another one, but maybe they. I don't know. I'm still confused about how they correspond, the ones we already have, to the ones which are appearing, the overlap of the dates. Anyways, Halloween! Travis, you all know Travis, came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Could have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for Zero Dawn staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too. Fuck you, Ted. And he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting. And couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. So I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. If only. Man, imagine if that had... Why couldn't Ted have gone his own way? Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African Civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, I just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. So, my confusion is, I keep thinking these are going to become readable. Like that is the same date as the one we just read. But as things get decoded, they're popping up as new ones, and I remain confused. Oh well, moving on.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Nasha!
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Oh,
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
The Oseram that tried to kill our Sun King? Traitors, the whole tribe.
That was awkwardly short. Who all else is here?
Nakoa, you
Everyone's
came to
here.
fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Bones, welcome back. We've got a game to finish.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing,
You're
I
in
don't
time
doubt
for the
it.
final battle, and it's a hell of a
this
thing.
time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient
Travis just
side.
keeping it real.
May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthus?
Stop it.
As many as I
Hi,
have
Jenny.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so
to. What?
cheerful.
Isn't that him? From the Battle of the Dawn?
can be. Cinnabar Sands was before that, and there were no survivors.
But she brought.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did. It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a
short
bow.
hold,
Range is good. Try the next.
long hold, more rounds. Let's see. You say you need to aim a little low?
See?
No need
That'll
to aim
knock
a
a
little
machine
low.
on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
I'm not sure what this does on the Pro. I know they don't do 60 FPS. If this game had been 60 FPS on the Pro, I'd have a Pro already. but they went for a few visual tweaks. They might even have upscaled 4K, and you know, I mean, I stream at 720 and I watch stuff on a 1080 screen. I don't 4K. Whew. Just give me my frames. Oh well.
That's a
I
nice
digress.
spear, Uther.
Thank you.
I like the way you grip it.
Enough, woman.
Like the way you
Why you
grip
tried to
it.
kill the Sun King?
He is messing with them.
What reason do
Alita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place.
Oh, this is the girl from Alligator Rock.
But I'm here
Yeah.
for him. For both of us.
Crocodile
I
Rock.
understand what it was he saw in you.
You'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
A woman now leads the Hunter's Lodge only because no men were left in the house to do the job.
It's not what I imagined when I was a boy.
Message
but
coming in.
It's decent work,
Patching
keeping
it
the city
through.
safe.
Claire! Hey, Claire. Thank you for the host. The best bet for approaching the spire. $1031.65R. So, but this is the one we just read. So, why did it just pop again? I don't get it. Why did this... Anyone help me understand why the one we already read just popped again like it's just been repaired? $31.65R. $1031.65R. Already read that one. You already repaired it. I don't understand you. Why is this happening? Hi, Claire. The game is playing me. Yeah. The spire. Maybe the map. Go. There's some sort of access or switchback from out here on the ground. Somewhere around there, we might be able to. Or how we get up there, I don't remember. Probably not from the estate. Bunch of switchbacks. Do that. Here. Hey! Yeah, really? If you haven't played through the DLC, Frozen Wilds, you may or may not want to hear. I don't know what these characters are going to say here.
Aratak?
Maybe some
I
spoilers.
didn't expect you to come all this way.
What are you doing here?
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
Awesome.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No. I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
That was a nice surprise, seeing them here. Who's gonna start the petition? There has got to be 10 of them already. Come on. There really not one? It's not gonna... I don't want to smash anyone's dreams, but... really not in the cards. Talana!
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
You never know.
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
No promises.
I love it when a character in the game just says the right thing. I wasn't reading that. That was the right thing to say, right? Good. Love it when that happens. Gul Bul Talhul. That is all. Keep an eye on this spot. We'll be back. I mean, the machines are coming for the spire.
So who are these guys?
Mr. Gilly Star, if you're out there, I was a little bit off. We're still 10 minutes out from the fight, at least.
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's... big.
That's big.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the vanguard.
I heard that.
We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Here's on me.
Soon. My arm is getting itchy.
Even rallied, says Jamster. Oh, just wait till the battle.
Greetings, Aloy.
This
Don't.
battle.
You don't need to bow.
It's a
Minotaur
good
doesn't
one.
like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either.
Win!
It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Varl's a good guy.
It rises
Good guy,
taller
Varl.
than the highest tree.
Journal,
These cards are in their
January
frill armor look like
66.
turkeys.
The same thing. Do these all correspond to the ones over here? January 66, 2 damaged under repair. We just got it repaired and it just popped. But if it's anything like the other ones, it'll pop again later, which will make me crazy because we've got it now. Not half of it. This one's repaired. R. 66. Such a close thing. Been what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? That collapse of the Eastern Line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. Zero Dawn became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated and Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them their bad news. Felt like I was gonna throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. Well, they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems would never have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle site, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate, raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harris. Salient has collapsed. U.S. Robotic Command expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up.
But there are so many, and now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Sona's not as warm as her son,
Anointed.
Varl,
War Chief Sona.
but she's come around. Bit gruff.
War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here.
Yeah, I know.
I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
There it is. Time to rest before the final battle. Best way across. Okay, there is no raised connector. we run back down the switchbacks, cross over, take the elevator, and take us 5 minutes to get back, but there it is. West. The right way. Oh, where are the steps to go down? Obviously not these, but where? You know what? We'll go our own way. Fingers crossed. Ankle's broken. Nice. Aloy, sometimes you got it. You got it, you got it. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Good idea. Nothing like a torn ankle before you go to battle. Well, you know what they say. See, it pops again. That makes me crazy. The same one we just read. We just read. See, it's been, what, 43 hours and it ends on the same note. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. Did it really add 2 lines? Am I missing, like, 2 added lines at the bottom of these? Of writing? No, I think I just forgot to scroll the last little bit. It's been a long stream. Good. And it's not over yet. I think we're good on supplies. We already did our check. We've got 600 wire, 200 echo shells, and 500 blaze. Those are the things I'm most likely to run out of. And how about wood? We've got more than 2,000 wood. We can make a lot of arrows. So, if we run out of something, fine. Fine. Maybe we'll run out of something, but I don't think so. It's a crazy battle. You just end up crafting. I think all the machines coming in are going to be corrupted machines. So, you know, we won't be corrupting anything. At any point, able to make any of them brittle? Will we have time to even think? I don't know. Maybe not. What would be the best weapon, in your opinion, to have at the ready? At the ready when? You mean for this upcoming fight? If I were gonna swap anything out, I think we can make use of the ropes. I'm never gonna put down my sharp shot bow. Definitely keeping the sling out. Helis. I think if we get trapped in a close space with Helis, we'll be running around in a square with Helis. I'm gonna be dropping prox bombs behind me. Or something to deal with Helis, I don't even know. Probably don't need the Tripcaster out. I think I've got what I want, but the Lodge Warbow, if we were gonna swap that, what would we... Like the Rattler? Maybe we pull out the Rattler instead? Maybe the Rattler. I don't use it much. It's rare. I don't wield it comfortably. I always freak out a little when I pull out the Rattler and try to use it. Hey, Wombat! Wombat, 2 things for you. First of all, hi. Good to see you. You made it for the end. Second of all, I think we're doing Talos Principle next. And I always planned to give you a heads up when we were doing that, and I haven't yet, but I've been planning to do that. I think we're going to start Talos Principle on Thursday. Possibly tomorrow, more likely Thursday. That's if that's what happens. So, I thought I'd just say that. You know I'm going to need a lot of help. Just saying. Shadow Rattler. I don't know. Why not? We're not going to be able to corrupt anything. If they weren't corrupted machines coming in, if we were going to be able to corrupt them and cause some extra chaos where they might fight each other a little bit, I would have kept my other favorite bow out. Let's, sure we got something better. 38, 41. That was 31 and 21. What else did we have? It'll take that. Okay, well, then we're putting that in there. It'll take the hidebound weapon coil. Damage, shock, freeze. That was made for the Rattler. That was made for the Rattler. Look at that mod. Been sitting on that. Now we actually have a good place to use it. What do we have? Handling, damage, tear, freeze. That one's going in. Damage, tear, freeze. Damage handling. That's probably about as good as we're gonna get. Damage, tear, handling, freeze. 21. That's cool. So now this thing is really doesn't look confused. The frost values look really low. These are the values that went up from the freeze and from the shock. Oh well, it's fine. I got it. Yeah. Misbehave. I hear the music is excellent. So it should be choice atmosphere, very relaxing. Maybe the puzzles will be maddening, but we can work together on those. We'll get through it. I think it'll be... I'm looking forward to it. I just gotta pull it together. Damage and tear are imperative. Well, these are my favorite arrows. These 2 types, but that's my favorite bow, and the Tear Blast are my single favorite arrow type. And my favorite sound in the game. Let's make a hard save here.
If the army makes it into Meridian, we're doomed.
Kept the wheel turning all day and...
This is the best sound.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
I think we've done all the shopping we need to do. I don't think this is where we're going. Fake stairs. Okay.
Colin's apartment feels empty.
Remember when we dropped a safe through the floor?
Didn't leave anything unfinished.
No, Aloy, I think we're good to go, and we won't be hiding from anyone. So I don't think we'll be wearing our stealth gear. That said, we're also not. I'd like to avoid the Shield Weaver. I know we made it through our first playthrough wearing that, and I'd like to not lean on it if possible. We might need the Blazon. I think I'm gonna be in the Survivor a lot for. I don't even know. There's so much stuff that's gonna happen, and I don't know if I'll have the conscience or the presence of mind to switch in the middle of battle. Hopefully Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But you think you've lost track of the schedule. I guarantee I've been worse. However much you've lost track of the schedule, I've really effed it up. So we don't have one right now. But every day I kind of aim to stream at noon, and been falling apart a lot of days, but that's up here. Hopefully Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's go with Survivor. Heavy. What do we get out of that? 31. Actually, have this spec, we get 34 out of that. We actually get more. Plus the fire protection out of the Blazon. How does that work? I don't even want to look at any more mods. I want to play. So. Oh, that's the better one. So when I've been, hold on, Nora Survivor, Nora Protector. Kidding me? I've been putting on. When I've been putting on my, I've been putting on the wrong melee armor for the past while. I've been putting on this, the Survivor Heavy, which is meant to be an all-purpose. Boy, I really have not been paying attention. No wonder. No wonder. Right, I want to see what's in this one real quick. Vector Heavy, we had 18 ranged, 18 melee, and I think we have a variety of things we can put in there. Fire and 34 fire and 20 ranged. Placing the Blazon too. Fire, melee. Melee, fire, stealth. I don't want to overthink this. We're gonna deal either way. So this is 48, 49, and 20 for ranged. This is 34 and 50. Blazon looks really cool, obviously. Who doesn't like a midriff? But alright, there we're going. We're going with this. We're going with Protector, which is has a mix. Ranged, melee, and fire. I haven't worn this in a while. I thought I was wearing this, and I was wearing something else. Just before the battle. Crafted. Go. We have tons of chill water. We have plenty of shards. Crafting too if we want to. All right. I'm ready. How about you? Way back.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not with smoke.
And what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
This is the end.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns!
To the everything!
Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Oh!
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me.
Fuck's sake, it's all, it's really, just like that. And remember that we started.
Why do you fight? The end is inevitable.
Oh, fuck.
Behind something!
Oh, come on! Sam! He's got a Rattler. This is why we run. This is why I drop a lot of Proximite. I remembered this, but holy shit. Close quarters. It's a hell of a way to have this kind of fight.
Only endless night.
Oh, that's great. I'm just, my aim right now is not aim. I'm not sure what it is.
Meridian must run red to be cleansed.
Holy shit, that Rattler action! Damn! I'm impressed. That's pretty wild. You know what? I can use a Rattler too. Where'd that asshole go? Somebody dropped their, was it a Deathbringer? Maybe he was using a Deathbringer.
He's quick.
Oh, he's blocking all these shots, huh? Is he somehow deflecting those? Missing him.
Bridge can't take much more of this.
I don't know how well he burns. If I don't want to get out another arrow. Let's just stick with this. Okay.
It's giving way!
You mean, what are you gonna let me go up here anymore? You're not gonna let me go up here anymore.
The one
Okay.
won't take you down.
I am chosen. You came from nothing.
Remove his armor. You can strip his armor? I didn't know that was a thing. Never thought of that. Is that really something you can do?
He's quick.
You will die on nothing.
hardy, though. More than anything else, he's hardy.
You cannot understand destiny.
Oh, nice timing.
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
Oh, yes, it was! None of this was meant to be.
None of this was meant to
So
be.
you're not gonna leave him there.
You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand.
You pity me?
You wasted everything.
Turn your face to the sun.
Now the real fight can begin. Yeah, gee, that wasn't the fight. That was the warm-up. That guy? No, he's not the problem.
Got too much already.
The shops again? What do you mean? We're going back through there. I think we're going back through there. No more merchants for us. Oh, the zip line. There was a zip line here. Oh, man. Is it usable?
This'll last.
I did, but not too bad. Please, we still got 500 plus. We're good. Alright, here's where shit hits
Where
the
do you
fan.
need me?
Oh shit.
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move. Gotta get to another platform.
Do you see the other markers? He's not kidding about having to switch platforms. Alright, can I have your gun? Can I borrow that one? Thank you! Who's coming in? You! Come on! Show yourself!
South! They're coming from the south!
Jamster! Understandable, man. Sleep well, hit the VOD, have a good night. And wish us luck, because here comes the storm!
Don't want to be here when that hits.
My turn. Drop it. Uh-oh, incoming. Fucking angry chickens, no! Shit, move! Is this platform being targeted? Go! Move! Aloy!
Here it comes. Better move.
Shit! That Deathbringer needs to go down. Thank you! Right on cue.
Roll your arm, but be wary.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Yeah, I could use that, thank you. I wonder if you could bring a disc launcher and drop it down here to use.
Raise arms again. West.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I'm coming for your gun. Can I have that one? Thank you. Chickens.
Time to go.
Oh, shit! Die, chicken!
It's taking a shot at me.
Fucking A with the Glint Hawks. Oh my god.
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
Oh, fuck that! Fucking Stormbird! Change of outfit, because we are gonna get roasted if we don't. Stormbird! Hi! Hi! Fuck you! You got free! Move! Damn it, Aloy. What's going on? I'm stuck on shit and... How are you dodging all of this? What? 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 Oh, ah, ah! Incoming! A lot of incoming!
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
My own mother, you survived.
Vance, good to see you.
Thought you were
Thank
killed.
you.
The others, are they?
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
Good time to come in, man. You actually heal? Real weird. Just, okay.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face their true sun, shadowed demons.
Maybe we can avoid the stalkers?
Handy.
Straight up to the spire.
It's begun.
It's begun!
Hades is transmitting.
No! Briefly. Gotta switch back. Little extra plating. No! Kid! No! They're waking the machines. Long dead. Buried. Now signaled. And waking. Enough machines to destroy the world. Again. Biomass conversion initiated.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Lenora, Merlin's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Marker gone. Just gonna keep updating on the compass in front of us the whole way. Good. Rock. Needed that. Thought we're gonna win. Oh! Why?
Keep going.
Oh, damn it, Aloy.
Keep pushing.
Just had to put this stuff here.
This wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Let's just put a few pitfalls in the way. Where's the next one? Yeah. I see what you did there. Alright, it was Ted. Fuck you, Ted. Again.
They're alive.
Aloy! It's Aloy!
It's Aaron!
Well, you can see that.
Time for beer?
We thought you'd fallen at
Too
the
soon.
ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Right. This got me before too. I couldn't find the way forward because they want us to climb over here, and it's yeah, okay, it's fine. We're good. You didn't hear Hawk and Thrush, you heard Pop and Fresh. Well, and here we are. Whoa, close. Look at that. And here we are.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission.
Watch the Entity try.
To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Think so, huh? Okay, that could be bad. Alright, we're gonna be doing a lot of running now. We're gonna be doing a whole shitload of running. My brain just took a shit. All of a sudden I forgot how to knock extra arrows because he's big and scary.
Execute.
Aloy, ignoring us. Going for you.
No shit, huh? Well, why don't you guys attack it if it's ignoring you guys? Use that to your advantage. Not in the face. Okay, keep going! Woo. Do I have arrows knocked? I need arrows knocked. Okay, we got arrows. Oh shit! Oh! Which way are we facing? Oh my god! Shit!
Out of the way!
Alright, that was awful. Why did it close immediately after it opened? Disoriented me, threw me off, confused me even. Oh man. See those quads.
Still got time.
Prioritize entity.
Fuck, we got ads! Yeah, I know, other attackers. That's brilliant. I can see them. I got an idea. How about you guys deal with them? There's an idea. You guys. Oh, fuck me. No, heal. Fuck. Really want sound in both ears. I like that better. Do me a favor and stay.
This time I've got left. I can do this.
Shit.
improvements.
All of you, focus on the new machines!
Where are they? See there. Fuck me. Okay.
Time and execute the machine.
Fucking corruptor. Shit!
Last one down, for now.
The metal children have fallen.
Oh my god. Uh-oh. Are these things sturdy? Are these gonna hold for a second? Nope, they're not gonna hold forever.
Execute.
Get back down now.
Just misunderstood. You know, you might be right. Maybe you're right. Yeah! Yeah! With time to spare. Yeah, that was Travis. Thanks, Travis. Thanks, Travis.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Gaia. Gaia?
Master Override armed.
No,
To activate
Elizabeth.
State name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Yeah, winter. That's great. Awkward. Data integrity restored. Gaia log.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Talk amongst yourselves and verklempt. Well, that was awesome all over again. It was? Oh, well, I'm glad you got to. Although, there are a few words after the credits, aren't there? I think the credits are pretty long. Isn't this great? Inside one of the foundries. Cauldrons. Oh, this game. This game. Whew. Then Aloy wakes up and it was all a dream. She actually works at Faro Automated Solutions and she's got a desk job and Ted's giving her shit. Oh god, that would... Man. Yeah, she's actually... That would be a hell of a thing. Elizabeth wakes up. Elizabeth wakes up. How about that? Elizabeth wakes up and this whole thing, she's just imagined that this is... Yeah. Just wipe it all back. Yeah, as you play this game and you think, oh, I see what's happening. You might think, I see what's happening. Oh, the machines went all Skynet. Oh, man. You know, humans are the real monsters sometimes. There are a few things that scare me more. And it's sort of, I don't have the right words. Sort of intangible. But that, you know, there's a potential for human greatness, but there's also this potential for human weakness. The worst failings of humankind, when we fall prey to our fears, or our greed, or just our basest instincts. Trapped animal. A panicked animal. A thoughtless creature that just acts and reacts. That scares the hell out of me. Like Ted Faro. How he got to be the head of the world's largest multinational, I don't know. He must have been a smart guy, but he was a weak man. And it's the Ted Faros of this world that scare the hell out of me. Because all the best intentions can be undone. Sometimes by one. A moment of weakness. Person of weakness. And the thread unravels. Yeah, I meant to be responding to what you said, Chi, that people wouldn't expect this exact end. I think the reveal first of what Ted made, and then eventually what he unmade. I just ripped my heart out in ways I couldn't quite have expected. So yeah. What do I think they'll do with Horizon 2? Winter, my money's on the Odyssey. Somehow. They say the Odyssey was destroyed. But what they said more specifically about the Odyssey is that contact was lost and telemetry suggests catastrophic failure. If it didn't happen on camera, it didn't happen. There was no point in the story when that was proven. It was only mentioned. And then in the DLC there was a number of additional mentions of Odyssey. I have to wonder if the ship that went up, I mean, where would they go? Where would it take place? Would it be on Earth? When? Would it be on some other moon? But Far Zenith had another plan to save humanity, and they launched a ship with a huge genetic payload and resources and all of that. Think of the movie Interstellar, kind of like that. But there's got to be something there. Maybe the descendants of the Odyssey come back to Earth? I don't know. Got to be more stories on Earth. Yeah, it could take place on Earth and still be a story born out of the Odyssey not having been completely destroyed. More people, more descendants, more machines, more genetics, a different mindset, an entirely different culture because of however long they might have been up there, hundreds of years, more. I don't know if anyone is watching The Expanse, sci-fi channel, The Expanse, or read the books that it's based on. But sort of like the, you have Earth and you have Mars and you have the Belters. Well, maybe the Odyssey will be a very different group of humans. And maybe there'll be some conflict. Silence. Silence. Yeah, trombones, this was Earth. This was Colorado, Utah, Wyoming. Yeah, we were in the Midwest. Well, into the Rockies. Yeah, and that they didn't lose all their knowledge. So down here, Apollo was destroyed. What went with Odyssey? Hey, this is good. Didn't Odyssey get the alpha build? Didn't Odyssey get the alpha build of Apollo that Elizabeth Sobeck was so worried about? The Apollo builds that they had on Earth had failsafes. They mentioned a whole bunch of failsafes. Well, they didn't count on Ted. Fuck you, Ted. Ted went and deleted Apollo. Okay. So there were no failsafes on the alpha build, and Elizabeth worried that what sort of religion or crazy power structure might develop from a corrupted information source, or just a dump with no failsafes about introducing information in the right amounts, in the right places, the right times. Could they have terraformed another planet? So I don't know what, was the Odyssey also gonna be terraforming, I wonder. But I'm starting to think more than I had already. That makes a lot of sense that the knowledge wasn't lost up there, it was lost down here. What would happen if all that knowledge came back in an uncontrolled fashion? What happened to them if it was maintained and then released in an uncontrolled fashion? Bloodwolf Ted just went nuts. In the end, I think he did. I think he cracked.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new
Winter!
arrival.
Welcome aboard. For joining us. Thank you all for joining me for this fantastic adventure. Drawn out over such a long time, too. What if that ship up there is a ship full of Teds? Oh God, that's horrible. What if they kept, yes, what if there's a clone of Ted up there? Oh God, no. 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 Ah, my, oh my. I don't know how much additional this credit roll goes for, but we'll let it play. Of course, we're gonna wrap afterwards. If anyone's taken off now during the credits, I understand. I think we've got a little tiny snippet of something after the credits. I'm gonna stay for that. Thank you all for for sticking it out with me. Almost 9 hours today. If there was a clone of Ted, the project would have self-destructed. Well, Trombone's part of what I don't know if you caught as you were in and out today, but there was originally, forget the name of the sub-project, but they had planned, they had stored their genetic material, and the Alpha team, they were originally going to raise clones of themselves, generations of clones of themselves, so that they could live into the future. The Alpha team on the project. They decided that was a bad plan. Bad plan, bad plan. And Elizabeth commented on one point how glad she was that she didn't have to live alongside Travis Tate raising a little Travis Tate. Can you imagine a little teenage Travis Tate raised by big old Travis Tate? There's not enough porn in the world. Anyways, they decided that was a bad plan. But the reason Aloy even exists is because that had been a plan. At one point, the genetic material of Elizabeth Sobek and the other team leaders had been stored. And after the birthing facility depleted all its resources and went dormant after 700 years, a signal triggered it to pull from storage. One more genetic source. The very final resources it had were depleted. Repairing one incubator, one servitor, and pulling Sobek's genetic material out and incubating it. And then the servitor, they didn't even have any food to raise the baby with. Baby comes out of the pod, servitor takes it outside, leaves it, seal the hatch, facility goes dormant again. And it was the Nora, the tribe that fears the machines of the old world, that found the baby at All Mother Mountain. Their goddess mountain, they find a baby. And instead of raising it, which was the plan, the last ditch plan, this was Gaia's last ditch plan. Surely they would raise the baby. They would nurture the baby, take care of it, raise it. And when the baby was old enough, the baby would discover this place and the genetic material would open the doors. And then you would be able to restore everything. But the corruption made it to the Alpha Registry in All Mother Mountain. There was no genetic match when Aloy came a-knockin'. More than that, the tribe didn't raise her, they cast her out. And it was only by the goodness of Ross that she lived. Or even begin her journey. Procyon. The ultimate form of warfare is clearly based on zygotes, which are literal carriers for genes, which are memes. It's the memes, Jack. It's the memes. Motion capture, great job. The animations are fantastic in this game. The little ones, the scampering up hills, and when it's snowing and she's just, oh God, her hair is fantastic. God. Nanomachines, son. So yeah, there will probably not be a stream tomorrow. I don't have anything on the schedule, but we will probably start Talos Principle on Thursday, midday US time. So it is. No, not bad at all. Good use of, thinking of the voice you can hear right now. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is. They're not speaking, they're just... What's the correct musical term for just making all these sounds, but not, you know, you're not humming, you're not singing, they're not words. It's sort of a chant, but I don't think chant is the word I'm looking for. Glossolalia? That's damn close. Glossolalia, yeah. Like speaking in tongues, kind of like that. I'll take it. Glossolalia for the win. Overtone singing. Overtones. Gregorian chant. A bit of that. Wombat wonders why you know that. Why do you know that? I know it from Snow Crash, the book I mentioned earlier, because I'm reading, just picked up another book by the author of Snow Crash, which is one of my favorites. And Glossolalia comes up a lot in that book. Loved Snow Crash, so good. So I just started Cryptonomicon, which is I gotta get far enough into it that it clicks. It hasn't clicked yet. I'm not very far in. Is still waiting for Red Strings Club. Notice I have not taken it off the website. Me too. Me too. You don't remember that coming up? The, wondering if I want to try and name drop things and then mangle them and get them wrong. Reverend Wayne's Early Gates, your brother liked Cryptonomicon? Reading the Necronomicon? No, you must not read from the book. Yeah, Neil Stevenson, you got it. I think it's I think with an A in Neil, but you. They spoke in tongues. Snow Crash, they spoke in tongues once they were affected by the linguistic virus. Snow Crash is about a neuro-linguistic virus dating back to the Sumerian times. Very cool story. But that's where the Glossolalia comes from. I would mangle it so badly if I tried to recap part of the role it plays in the story. But it aided in the transmission of the neuro-linguistic virus. And it allowed people to communicate on this genetic level, not on a genetic level. I told you I would mangle it. It allows people to communicate even when their other language has been taken from them. And I don't want to spoil the story, so if I say any more, I'll mangle it and spoil it. It's one of my rereads, Wombat. There are some books I like to reread from time to time, and that's one of them. I reread it earlier this year when I had jury duty, so sort of fresh. Yeah, ProSign, what happened to that? Stevenson had a Kickstarter for a realistic sword fighting game at one point. What, I'm not sure it went bust either. It might still be... It's still a thing happening. So I just started that one, Cryptonomicon, but since I'm watching The Expanse, I started thinking, maybe I want to read these. I kind of want to read these right now. I bet these are good. I've never read anything of... name James Corey, did I get that right? Is that who who wrote the books The Expanse is based on. Don't have any, haven't read any. 7 books though, I mean, that's good. That's good and meaty. Procyon, Google says it ain't happening. That's too bad. Well, there's always Jedi Academy. We do still have a good sword fighting game. It's called Jedi Academy. Just saying. Long credits because good game. Good game. Damn fine. I hope and think we'll get a ding here for the New Game Plus on Ultra Hard. We should. It is. And we finished. What's the face paint? Aloy gets some face paint for completing New Game Plus Ultra Hard. What does that look like? I want to see. Wombat, Snow Crash had one of your favorite lines ever. His heart did weak little flip-flops like a bunny in a Ziploc bag. Let's see. That is familiar. I wonder if I can place it. There's some cool tech and weapons. I wonder if it's one of those moments. You weren't impressed? Procyon first Expanse book, hard sci-fi, very pulpy. Future is merely a setting for some shitty mystery like Altered Carbon. I like that! Well, fine, maybe I'll like it. I liked Altered Carbon. I liked it a lot. I don't want to frame my like for it, my appreciation for it, in terms of its visuals, but on top of other things I liked about it, you couldn't stop looking at it. Altered Carbon, every scene, it was candy, and it wasn't poorly done, it wasn't tacky, it was, I want to watch it again to look more closely at all the set candy and a lot of flavor in that one, and I just relished it. Anyway, opinions and all that, but pulpy. I'm okay with pulp. I like pulp. Pulp is good. Without getting into risky spoiler territory, I think I can say that some of the groundwork laid in the first book, I've only seen the show, but I've heard it's pretty faithful. Some of the mystery, some of the stuff that just doesn't play out well, is itself groundwork for a much larger framework. Does that justify a if it doesn't play well, if it doesn't make for a good tale? No, but people seem to like it. I liked it, and it does lay a much larger foundation. Neuromancer, I haven't read that in 20 years. On the surface, all pulp, ain't bad in itself. Neuromancer, and what did I read back then? Did William Gibson do Virtual Light? Was that him too? I think I read those around the same time. I even got the name of the other one right. Would point out that classic noir books that inform cyberpunk are not about shitty mysteries. Hey, I want to give everyone their due, but wow. No kidding. Hey, this is a bit out of left field, but stay with me. Leisure Suit Larry games. Don't ask how I got from here to there, but they were not allowed on Twitch. Question was answered years ago. No, not allowed. But as I understood it, it was more because they weren't ESRB rated than anything. It wasn't the actual content, it was the lack of the rating combined with the... So, they're on Steam now. Doesn't that mean they were... Don't that mean they got ESRB rated? Did the Leisure Suit Larry games get stamped with a mature rating, making them playable on Twitch? That's the question. Wondering. I'm asking for a friend. Maybe it would be worth asking, I don't know, maybe worth asking Twitch somehow, again. Revisiting that question. Karja. That what? Did I just hear that? Karja. What else do you hear? Yeah, maybe. Well. We've reached the contractors. Get something out of my teeth. That was making me crazy. I just had to go. That something stuck. I'm not saying we should play the whole series, but if they have become or become allowed on Twitch, at least play 3 and 5. Something like that. Oral stuff is reminding you of Eric Whitaker. Is that how you say it? What, can't place his name. What has he done? There's some music in this with some croaky, strange strings that are... I love it. And it reminds me of some of the work for Last of Us. American composer, known for his choral works. Three and 5 are not rated. The ones that I want to play. Oh. Okay. I know the latter ones are like Magna Cum Laude. That one's rated, but I don't know. The old ones. I want to play the old ones. Oh well. Okay. Misbehave? You don't know the Leisure Suit Larry games? I think we're allowed to talk about them. They're rather infamous. But they're really just tongue-in-cheek point-and-click adventures about a hapless guy looking for love in all the wrong places. You know, bars, convenience stores, the occasional hooker, stuff like that. And, you know, his whole goal is basically to get laid, so you can see how topically it could be a problem for it. There are a number of things they have said no to. Sarcastic sleaziness, there you go. There's way worse stuff that's allowed. It's mostly reputation and optics. It's all about the optics. But and here's, if there's any reason I'm a little surprised you haven't heard of it, Misbehave, it's because the original Leisure Suit Larry game was infamous for its it wasn't copy protection. They had an age check. And the way the age check worked was by asking you a number of questions, pop culture, socially relevant, for the time the game was released. Questions that, you know, your average adult would probably know. And if you get enough of them right, you're allowed to play the game with no restrictions. Meaning when the pixels take off their pixels, you can see their pixels. But if you don't get enough of the questions right, like who was president when, or who was something something this scandal that, but it would have been relevant in the early 80s, mid 80s. People who were adults in the 70s and 80s, but not someone who was 13 in the 80s. They just wouldn't know this stuff. So if you didn't have an older sibling who could answer these questions, there was no way you could cheat your way into playing this game. There was no internet. You couldn't just look this shit up in an encyclopedia. So you either had an older sibling who was willing to answer the questions for you, or you weren't playing that game. Or, no, you could play. I didn't continue. You get too many questions wrong, you can't play. You get somewhere in the middle, and the pixels don't take off all their pixels, but you can still play the game. They actually had a middle setting. The sleaziness had at least 3 settings. At least 2. Ah, memory. What a funny thing. Okay. A little bit more.
Hello, old friend.
Bad plan.
Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you.
Yeah. Who sent the signal?
Has its rewards, don't you think? Well, Let's begin.
Yo. How do you like them apples? Silence has spent a long time studying the tech, and he was the one who found Hades. He's responsible for a lot of this in his own way. And he just, well, I don't know what that was, but he sucked what was left of Hades into a lantern, taunted Hades, and then went off to study him some more. That can't be good. So we got at least 2 possibilities for a sequel, and maybe they fit together. Who sent the signal that activated you in the first place? Damn good question. And did the Odyssey really get destroyed? And what happened to the Alpha build of the Apollo program? I think we've got some good questions. And maybe the sequel will lure them. Willow, we are wrapping up. Hey, Laughing Fool. I miss being on later. I know there's people probably gonna pop in right as we're shutting down here, and yes, I want to have streams that run later so I can see the people who can't be on earlier. Woo! Ultra hard completed. Yes! Yes! He's indoctrinated. Now that was a nice ding. Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. State of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow. Keep all the loot and experience from your playthrough. New Game Plus, we just finished it. Locked. Okay, stuff. A New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. I wonder, are you allowed to roll into an additional New Game Plus? Yeah, you got it. Jenny, Chi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And he stuck it out through the credits. Oh my god. As a rock star sticking it out through the credits. Ah. So does that mean we have like cool face paint or something now? You're welcome. All of you. Thank you. Visual face paint. Didn't we unlock something for that? Nora Seeker, Banuk Shaman, Utaru Planeswalker, Karja. Is one of these special? Or a Death Seeker, Nora Brave, Nora Scout. What's it called? Which is it? I have no idea which of these it is. Set player character face paint. New paints become available after completing New Game Plus on hard, very hard, and ultra hard. So whatever it is, we have them. Let's just check them all out then. Nora Seeker. I bring her up by a wall so I can try to get the camera up close-ish. Oh. Okay, that's Nora Seeker. Banuk Shaman. That one's a little weird on her. Aru Planeswalker. Huh. I'm gonna keep her on this screen for a minute just so we can check them out. Tell me which one you like. Even though we're done, we're stopping, but still I want to see these. Karja Stalker. Oh, she's got little tear tattoos. I want to see that one. Damn, that's creepy. Aloy, that's really creepy. Like Nil. Raccoon eyes and tear tattoos. Chief. Looks good on the Banuk. Karja Hawk. Oh god, all the whole ring of tear tattoos. Ah, and gloss. She's got lip gloss on her eyes, and it's all messed up. Imagine having those tattoos put on. Banuk Survivor. I kind of like that one. Arjet Champion. Subtle. I like how subtle these are. I kind of thought they'd be, all of them would be all over, and some of them are just. I like that it's subtle. Look, aspirant. Whoa! Come on, really? Like right across the eyes? This is kind of cool, but. Oh. Arjun Noble. Oh, come on. This is with the lip gloss. Aloy doesn't do lip gloss. I'm taking a stand on that one. Or a Death Seeker. Not bad. Nor a Seeker, nor a Death Seeker. I do like both of those. Or a Brave, simple. They're good. I like a pale blue face paint. I've had characters in some games, MMOs before, and I rarely go for face paint, but when I do, it's usually something simple, white or blue or... Yeah. Like Death Seeker? I like the Death Seeker too, that was good. So we stash her away with Death Seeker. And our Silent Hunter, Master Adept. That sound good. Death Seeker! Death Seeker it is. You guys rock, thank you. Thank you for a great stream today, for all these great Horizon streams. I'm gonna aim for Thursday to start Talos Principle. Hope you'll come back, join me for that. Help me get through that. I'm gonna need help with that. Let me roll through a few things here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay. Yeah, Winter. Welcome aboard. Glad you could join us, and I hope you'll come back. Join us for more adventures. Magnum Peric, if you're still out there, you as well. Thank you. Reefs, raided with the party of 3. Yes. And Claire and Jamster and Talon and Luke and Trombones and Crystal. Thank you all for the hosts. Thank you, big time, for all the host love, always. And the hosts that aren't popping up right, the notifications, some of them I know aren't making it on the list. Linma, others, it's it all needs some work, so my thank yous are always lacking, but thank you all for being here, for making this such a special place for me.
Oh, that's
Cheers.
nice.
That's nice.
Stop for a bit.
It wasn't a platitude. Dude, stupid NPC. Hard to say the same things every day, you know? You stream, you can be genuinely grateful, but you gotta say the same words every time. Sometimes they don't roll off the tongue. Being mocked by an NPC, oh, that's nice. He says, oh, that's nice. Anyways. I want a better list. Lance, aka Monarch, Rango, DBA Bob, Show Jimbo, resubs all around. Thank you guys, well, for keeping the lights on. Yeah, it's auto host. It's the thresholds. There's the thresholds on Streamlabs chatbot. There's the thresholds on Twitch. The stuff, 6 places for everything. You guys rock. Thank you. Much love to the Entropic family far and wide. I'll bid you all good night now. I'm gonna go eat now. I'm gonna go apologize to the dogs for neglecting them for the past 9 hours. And I'll see you all on the flip side. That should be Thursday. Good one, everyone. Good night. Till next time.